Hello,
Sure.
good evening, and welcome to the Chronicles of Captain Pontos. We are back after a week off. You may have noticed we have slightly changed our pattern, so we can do 4 weeks on, 1 week off. This is so I can recharge my little brain. But we have returned, and we left ourselves on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Hopefully you've all been waiting with bated breath. To see what will happen. I am going to ask one of our players tonight to give us a quick recap of what has gone before. We are Sans 1 Michael, aka Borin, today, but we do have the other 4.
Hello.
Who would like to volunteer?
Yes, maybe not me.
Okay, so unless anyone else, should I just carry on?
Do I try and you can correct me if I'm wrong?
If you want.
I'm wrong.
Alright, so we've been exploring this Netherese rotating dungeon. We finally got to what we think is the way out. As we got there, we met the dead king of the Netherese and his advisors, which is Catholic Kitty. He gave us a choice. The choice, he had 3 choices. First choice was trying to remember, we fight them all, and if we win, we're free. Second choice was we take them all back through the portal back home, where they would then lay waste to our homeland in the Sword Coast, which I wasn't actually that fussed about. I thought, okay, that'd be interesting. Well, the third option is we picked cards from the deck of something. It's not many things. It was called something else.
Deck of Hazards, he called it.
Deck of Hazards. That's it. So we picked the deck of hazards. Everyone got really good hands. Got a really good card, apart from the very last card, which Karirook picked up, and that was Death, or Death's avatar. He picked up a skull. Then Death's avatar appeared, and we had a little chat. Then we started fighting. I cast some fireballs at him, a fireball trap. I got a really good sneak attack crit on him. Unfortunately, and unintentionally, one of the rules being that if someone helps me, then they'd get their own Death's avatar to fight. Fortunately, at the time, Borin was like, I want to fight one. And it just so happened that my sneak attack activated that clause, and the second Death appeared. And that's where we're at. Is that right?
That was very good. Well done, Chris. You should give us a recap more often. So, do you have? You do not have inspiration, so we will give you inspiration. Let me push the button, and then you might need it. Give inspiration.
Wait,
there we go.
Is it just one person doing their card and then the next person goes? Or is there multiple going on?
So the card thing, all the cards have been drawn now. The Netheril Lord only wanted you to draw 1 card each, and so you did. And I think all of you know what the effects are. I didn't want to meta it too much by everyone knowing what everyone else had last week, but I suspect that some of them may have been looked up. And obviously, Kevin was looking after Pontos last week, so he would have told you what you got. But yes, the Avatar of Death has to be fought alone. So if what you have discovered is that because Borin effectively helped Karirook to flank his Avatar of Death, that summoned another Avatar of Death to fight Borin. So whether you guys choose to get involved in the fight or not is entirely up to you. I have actually discovered I made a mistake last week. I'm hands up. I created my own avatar of death, assuming that there wasn't one. And then I discovered that there was, in fact, an avatar of death already in the rules. So I have done a bit of a switcheroo and replaced the hastily constructed, shabby, although beautiful avatar of death I created last week, which was a reskinned other thing. And I've replaced it with the actual avatar of death from the deck of many things. So your experience this week will be far more authentic, shall we say. That will not mean anything to anybody.
I was quite enjoying how it was going last week.
I hope you continue to enjoy it just as much now that I have slightly changed it. Yes, if the GM is smiling, it's already too late. So, without further ado, any questions before we begin?
Yeah, but I think we were I just had a crit. Booming Blade was still to go onto my avatar, and that's where we were at.
Ah, okay. I had forgotten all about Booming Blade, and I've actually cleared the chat since then. So, as long as nobody calls you a liar, we will put the Booming Blade upon the avatar of death. So this one here, I've actually changed the names on them. I don't know if the names are actually visible on screen, but this one here, the one that's obviously damaged already, he has cracked bones and looks much more ragged. This one here looks fresh and tasty. That is the death of Borin, and this is the death of Karirook. So
last question I have, this may sound really thick, but can they only attack Borin and Karirook? Or can they attack the people that aren't involved?
I would say that Pontos has been watching the fight, and he has not seen the death of Karirook attack anyone but Karirook.
Okay. Yeah. Doesn't fill me with confidence, that.
Please, can you roll initiative for Borin, Kevin?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, start with a good dice.
Excellent, excellent. Well, technically that means that each player character goes before their respective death. So are you saying, Chris, that the last action in the last session was Karirook's turn? Because if that's the case, then it must be Death's turn next.
Well, yeah, but my Booming Blade's not taking place on Death yet, because we got the crit, and I got like 58, I think it was, but we didn't add the Booming Blade damage.
58?
Yeah.
Alright, what's the Booming Blade damage then?
Well, the Booming Blade is only when it moves, isn't it? If it moves.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Is it? I thought it was extra damage when it hit as well.
I think that's Green Flame Blade you're thinking of. Booming Blade is similar, but I don't know if it actually does extra damage. Hold on. The spell's damage. On a hit, the target suffers the weapon's normal effects and then becomes sheathed in booming energy. If a target willingly moves 5 feet or more, it immediately takes d8 thunder damage. At your level...
It's a bit more. About 3d8.
So the melee attack deals an extra 1d8 thunder damage to the target on a hit.
Right, okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But moving increases.
Damage rolls increase by 1d8 at 11th level. You guys are like 11 or 12 now, aren't you?
11, so it's 2d8 damage and then 3d8.
Okay.
When it moves. Yeah.
So
So give it 2d8.
Alright, give us 2d8, and then, there we go. Okay, he takes a bit more damage.
No, it's his top.
And then, if he moves, then he will take 3d8 thunder damage from booming thingy. Okay, yeah. So back to my question. Was Karirook the last person to do something?
think he was.
Okay, well that's exciting. I shall move on to the
No.
death of Karirook. Right. So, the death of Karirook. You
That
notice...
sounds wrong. That's not good.
You notice that the scythe, after the second avatar of death appeared, the scythe actually started to look slightly transparent and ethereal. As if both deaths are sharing the same scythe. What this will mean for you, you cannot say, but it begins weaving the scythe in an intricate fashion, around and around in figures of 8, and then swings it at you. The blade passes straight through your armor and slices your flesh regardless. Causing you 5 points of slashing damage and 7 points of necrotic damage. Said the evil DM. He's gone quiet.
I know.
You can use your dodgy ability, but I think that will only allow you to avoid the physical damage, not so much the other one.
Put it in. Or just says damage.
Yep. So it should heal you. Should heal you for 6 then, I suppose.
Yep.
Right then.
Okay. For a second. Where is it gone?
It does say the attack's damage, doesn't it? Okay, so it doesn't say physical damage only. That was just me reaching. Fell into it. Okay. So I'm gonna very quickly check a thing to make sure, but I think he can only do that once. Yeah, so I am going to move on to Borin, but before Borin starts moving, the evil spectre before him pipes up and begins to speak. Let me make sure that the chat thing is there. So, oh, I've just pressed the wrong button. Sorry, guys.
Okay, off for 2. Okay.
I'm trying to use my my stream deck, and I just pressed the wrong button. But yes, the avatar of death floating over Borin looks at him and says,
Borin Coldfoot, I am your death. You must face me alone, or your allies will summon avatars of their own.
Trying to channel my inner Michael here. Borin will just look up and go, "Yeah, I'm more than enough for you. Bring it."
Good answer. Leave us alone.
Cowards.
Okay, we gotta do our Michael voice. Let's get him, Frenchie!
Let's just move around there a little bit and there. Right. What the hell is
Monsieur
that?
Borin, what is this terrifying monster that is before us?
That's Pontos. It's fine. He's on our side.
That was quick.
I've been told that before, sadly.
Oh.
I need more. I need alcohol.
Frenchie, what are you doing? Just hit him. He's not scared. It's got to be worse down in the nine hells than this.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Monsieur Borin. He is He is, as you say, a tricky fucker.
Frenchie, just come on, stop messing around. Stop touching him up and knock him out.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Ooh!
This is what happens. This is what happens when you put a warlock in charge of a fighter.
No, normally when I've controlled Pontos has been absolutely on fire. Historically, let me just see if I've got what. So has he got? What is his action surge and stuff on here? Oh, he's got his action surge. He's got the second wind. Okay, so he's got those. You know what? Because it's Michael, knowing him, I will use my action surge now.
Cool.
Is there a button for action surge, or just
there isn't?
The sheet?
Yeah, just take it off the sheet and then.
That is fine. And he'll have 3 more swings. Come on, Frenchie, just focus here. This is not difficult.
Okay, I'm going to try and focus, Monsieur Borin.
Just hit
Let
it.
us lay this smack down. Oh yes.
There we go. See, he's not that difficult. Yeah.
Oh.
Good boy, Frenchie. You just needed a warm up. There we go.
Why has he not got any blood? What's going on here? I'm going to have to manually... Jeez! Okay.
Good boy, Frenchie. That's how you do it. Now, was he lawful evil?
He was not. He was true neutral.
Sorry. Frenchie. Come, when are we going to get these extra things?
Monsieur Borin, look what we did! We kicked his ass! We laid this smack down on him!
And he's just going to go, yep, and fuck this, I'm out here. And that's him done. Yeah, what's your problem, Karirook? It was easy.
How can you kill him? I've done a lot more damage.
I am somewhat taken aback. Hold on. Is it called blood type? Blood type, that's it. Hold on. Let's give him a blood type, shall we? Bear in mind that not all deaths may have exactly the same number of hit points.
So I've done about 100 odd damage to my one.
100?
Yeah, well, I've got 58 in my last crit hit. Before that, I whacked it with a fireball, and an emerald.
Hold on, you said 38 last time? Is it going up
No,
by
it's
10 every
58.
time you mention it?
My
It's
crit was 58.
58, I've actually got them
It was
in the notes
58?
from last.
Okay, alright, okay.
And before that, my firebolt and my arrow, that came to about 50 odd as well.
Well, don't you worry about it. It's all fine.
I'm not worried much. Just gutting bored.
I'm worried. You killed the Avatar of Death in 3 strikes.
That's not
6?
6 strikes, yeah. Okay. Well, only 3 of them hit, though. That was quite impressive, though. Okay, on to Karirook, then.
Alright. So I'm gonna, obviously, disengage and run. And hide. Yeah. I'm gonna go stealthy.
Okay, cool. So, your death had a different voice, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think his one was very high pitched and sort of Pee-wee Herman-like.
Sort of. Hold on. he was more like...
Karirook. I am not so easily avoided. None may hide from death.
You see, this is the good thing about having squirrel-based DMs. Every NPC is a new character every time.
Oh my god, death is schizophrenic.
How fast does he go? Oh, quite fast. Okay. So he floats over towards you in all his ethereal glory. As he begins to move, there is a massive explosion that rips through the air, where he takes 3d8 points of damage. So please
there's a
roll.
big massive boom,
Boom!
and it sort of knocks the dust out of everywhere.
Yeah, he dust pops out from between his ribs. He starts to look a bit rotten. Even so, his scythe weaves this way and that through the air and then slashes down through Karirook's body. Doing 14 points of damage.
Bunch.
Okay. Cool. Then I am gonna move back to Borin. So Borin's out of the way. If anyone else wants to act, let me know, and you can roll initiative and join the turn order. Technically, Borin is the last one in the turn order. So if you decided that you wanted to act, you could. That is other members of the party.
Okay, well, just not necessarily act, but Charles going to go over here and offer Pontos some of his popcorn that he summoned with prestidigitation.
Cool. Yeah, we don't need you in initiative order to do that. Is Borin just waiting?
He's just going, come on, you stupid lanky elf! What's taking you so long? And
you got relation to this one.
Oh, I've just realised. Can you?
I'm not going to let this down.
Sorry, Chris. You went wiggly then.
I'm not going to live this one down, bloody dwarfs.
Can you do a Constitution saving throw for me, please, Chris? I've just realised that you are concentrating on blur.
Constitution.
Oh, that's fine. You are still blurred. Not that it seems to be bothering Death very much. Right, I'm going to move on to Karirook. It's your turn now.
Sorry. The only thing I can do. Oh, crit. No. Vertical. No. Sneak attack. No. Attack. Oh! Is he fire based? Yeah.
Is he fire based? Is he fire based yet? I love it. I absolutely love the
hope.
The hope. But no, he is no more fire based than he was last week. Oh dear. So
I'm going to use my inspiration on that.
Well, that's good because it didn't roll. It didn't roll the fumble effect for some reason, which is something I'm going to have to fix. And I have a feeling that might be on my to-do list, which I didn't even look at last week. Doing well.
I think it just anticipated. He did such a good job summarizing last session. It knew.
It just knew, didn't it?
Yeah, it was gonna burn that inspo.
So because I'm using inspiration, is it fire based now? Just checking.
I mean, no,
but
oh well, at least it wasn't a fumble.
Yeah. Okay.
The Death of Karirook looks at... Oh, sorry. It's... Hold on. Let me go back. There we go.
Okay. I'm going to use my cunning action.
Cunning action, disengage. Yep.
Run away!
Run away!
Behind Borin, and I'm going to hide.
Very good. Okay, we move back onto the death of Karirook. The death of Karirook laughs evilly, a bit like this. I love voice mod so much. He flies towards you. And brings the weaving scythe of doom down onto you, passing through your flesh
Okay.
and soaking your tunic with blood. Okay, on
This
to
time.
this time.
Oh, sorry.
On to Borin if he wants to do anything.
He's all yours. Stop trying to hide behind me, mate.
Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna disengage, come down here and use my lightning bolt or whatever it is that I've got on him.
Your lightning bolt.
Yeah.
You're
With
like
a lightning arrow or something like this. Yes, my lightning arrow.
Have you never used this? Because this is a physical object, isn't it? This was a scroll of lightning arrow, I think, that you picked up in the Lost Mine of Phandelver. So
I mean, it's going to be rubbish.
Oh no, it doesn't mean it's going to be rubbish. It's just I had almost forgotten that it existed, and I find myself wondering why you haven't already used it. And
Don't shame him for being a hoarder. That's how God made him.
it's fine. Being a hoarder is fine, but part of me thinks that this got sold in
scrolls we divvied up, and it was only these scrolls and bits we didn't no one wanted, which I don't think was many that we sold.
Alright, okay. So, lightning arrow, concentration up to 1 minute, which means you can't actually cast it right now.
Oh, that's a bit crap.
This is probably why you've never used it, because currently you are concentrating on blur. But lightning arrow, when you cast it, the next time you make a ranged weapon attack, the weapon's ammunition or the weapon itself, if a thrown weapon, transforms into a bolt of lightning. So, basically, it applies lightning to a ranged attack that you then make, and you have to concentrate on it until you make that ranged attack. I'm getting deja vu. This must have happened before. This whole kind of, I'm going to cast lightning. It's not lightning. It's lightning arrow. It's different. But what would Karirook like to do now?
Alright, can I go back to here?
Are you retconning your movement? Is that what you mean? As in you're not going to move after all?
Yeah, if that's alright.
Yep, that's okay. Yep.
Right.
One day that spell will be cast, and on that day I will forget to delete it from your character sheet, and you will use it again another time.
But today is not that day.
But today is not that day.
Yeah, what do we say to the god of death?
Fuck
Not
off.
today.
Right.
Oh, what we got now? Shocking grasp? Okay. I think you must have a button for that if you've got shocking grasp.
I do have a button. Where's that spell? Alright, I'm going to use that, but I just shocking grasp on him, on cover, on crit, hard it, standard. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh!
Alright, then I'm going to use my current action, run away. It doesn't make any difference. So I'm done.
Very good. Okay. Death of Karirook. ever ready with a wisecrack, says,
Why don't you get another one of your friends to help you? And then one of my friends can come and help me.
and then he floats over. The reaping scythe weaving through the air. Each time it seems to do more damage. It's very exciting. Karirook is cut again.
I think I need dodge.
How's it feel to actually be targetable?
Not very nice.
Oh.
Right. So this time, I'm going to attack him again, but let's see if I got a cantrip. I can cast as many cantrips as often as I want, can I? Yes. All right. Cool. So I'm going to hit him again. This time I'm adding Booming Blade once more. Cool.
Yep, nothing is consumed when you cast a cantrip, so you can...
Yay! Boom.
Very well. You embed the ice dagger into the chest of the death of Karirook, and his whole body vibrates and bursts open, showering the room with bone fragments, filth, and a horrifying scream fills the air, which I am not going to do because I've got neighbours. But you hear a bone-chilling, screeching sound as the Avatar of Death departs the plane, leaving you alive, though chilled and wounded. The battle, for now, is over.
Took you so long, Elf.
You were fighting a poor cousin. I had the proper McCoy here. That's what it was.
You're just not very good, that's all.
Bloody dwarfs. So I'm going to say, I'm going to look up at the kitty and say, "Come on, you're mine. Let's go."
I have to change voices again. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun.
Meow.
You have fought bravely, Karirook. And your friend Borin, he is also brave, although foolish.
Yes, he is definitely foolish.
You have done as I asked. And although it disappoints me that we couldn't come to some kind of accord, you are free to go, unless I can persuade you to take my retinue with you.
See, unfortunately not. I've played your game. I've beaten Death's Avatar. I think it's time for us to head back home with my new cat, who I'm going to call Kitty. I'll think of a better name. Cat, there you go.
Undoubtedly slay gods together, Karirook.
Yeah, but I quite like the Sword Coast, to be honest. I think I might try and take a god on myself with my colleagues here. You've seen how damaging and how brave my colleagues are. I'm sure we can do it.
Just first, this you do see Char kind of just take a step forward and just sort of try and get some attention, but I'll wait.
Allow me to give you one piece of advice if you plan to slay gods.
Interesting.
If you kill the last surviving mortal believer of a god, their power is broken.
That's interesting. Thank you for your advice, so Mighty King. I will take that on board.
Are you sure you want my cat?
Yeah, that was the deal, was it not?
It's not very friendly, but you can have it if you want.
Oh yes, please. What's his name?
He does not have a name. You may name him yourself, if you wish.
Yeah, I think I might ask the cat his name. If he doesn't provide one, we'll call him Doom.
Doom. That may be quite an appropriate name. Well, Karirook would be Godslayer. I give you your doom.
Oh dear, I made another mistake.
And the cat kind of bounds over to you, and it kind of looks at you to start with. It's many eyes. I'm going to blow this up a bit. It has a lot of eyes. It has at least 7 eyes on each side of its head. I'm gonna have to try and find the original artist for this so I can credit them. But I found this on Instagram, I think, and I thought it was brilliant. Its feet, its legs have been replaced with tentacles with suckers on. It looks at you and blinks. It makes a sound which might be a meow, but it sounds entirely unearthly and hideous. And then it starts to crawl up your arm and wraps itself around your shoulder for now. The Netheril King, the Netheril Lord, the unnamed king, he looks at Char and says,
You are trying to get my attention.
Yes, my lord. While we've been in this realm, we discovered that there was another from the material plane that wished to return. All I ask, I think I have figured out a way I can do it, so I do not have to ask any favors from yourself, other than just are we allowed to travel back to the lighthouse before we are sent back to the material plane? That is all I requested.
I'm ashamed to say that I stopped paying attention to read what Nate wrote in the chat. So I missed part of what you said. I'm really sorry, Kevin. Can you can you say that? Can you give us a summary of what you said? I'm so sorry.
Wah 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 wah.
Yep. That's pretty much what I heard. Sorry.
Squirrel.
Yep.
Basically, I said we found someone else from the material realm that I can return. I believe I can return him. Just can he give us permission to go back to the lighthouse before he sends us back? That was all.
What made you think I was going to send you back?
Well, when I say you, my lord, I mean the power that you control. I believe the agreement was that you would allow us to go back to the material realm if we played your game.
No, the agreement was I would let you leave here alive. I do not possess the means to return you to the material plane. That is why I wanted you to take me with you. However, you do now possess the means to return, whether you know it or not.
Okay. In which case, I thank you for allowing us to pass without further issues from your esteemed power, my lord.
It is all the same to us. When we finally return to the material plane, all flesh will burn. We look forward to the day. Farewell.
Howard, you've got your bow over there. Don't forget your bow.
Yeah, I'll pick my bow up.
Cool. Your bow is picked up. The Netheril warriors lining the chamber on either side have not moved even the tiniest amount. The two advisors on either side of him, they move a little bit, shifting slightly from one foot to the other and that sort of thing. Just general, the kind of fidgeting that living people might do, but they kind of do it in a very stiff, fashion. The Netherese warriors have not moved at all.
Okay. I think we'd better make a move before they change their minds.
Yes.
Pontos, it was nice for you to still be tethered to me, but I'm glad we didn't have to use you. And I'm just going to head towards the door then, because that seems to be the only way out.
Cool. Okay, so rather than make you retrace your steps through the modular dungeon,
Thank God.
I think I'm going to put you back. Oh, that's weird. Where did that come from?
Don't know.
A concentration save for Karirook just popped up, and I've no idea why. But I am going to delete those guys. I think I'm going to move you back onto the world map, actually, unless you want to have a look around the ground floor level of the Dread Fortress before you go. It's up to you.
I don't. Personally, I have no plans to stay any longer than we need to, because they might get a bit pissed off with us.
Yeah, I think we're better off just beating feet out of here.
Very well. Okay. So for the first time in some weeks for us and probably some days for the party, you find yourselves above ground on the Isle of 3 question marks, outside the Dark Citadel.
Does anyone have any idea what he was on about? What? I do not have the ability to send everyone back. I can possibly do one person, but that is all. I was hoping to send that being in the lighthouse back. as I promised, anyone else got a clue?
Even though last week I said don't metagame by telling everyone else what your card does, you know what your card does, so you can share that information with the rest of the party.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want to spoil it last week. That's all. In that particular moment, so you can openly discuss it if you want to.
I need to reread
I'm just going to pet them and say, well, we've got the means, possibly something to do with my new pet.
It looks at you and blinks its eyes. Weirdly, it blinks all 7 on one side and then all 7 on the other. So it kind of goes wink, wink. It is a little disconcerting. It started kind of wrapped around your upper arm, but it's kind of slowly making its way up to your shoulder. The tentacles have tiny little suckers, which are probably a couple of centimeters across, maybe getting on for an inch. And as it pulls them off you, it leaves these little red rings on your skin. It's also the thing you've noticed kind of smells. It has an aroma that can be best described as a cross between a cat's litter tray and rotten seafood. It's
Nice.
and its mewing is disturbing. I will try and make that noise for you at some point, but I'm not prepared for it right now.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, it could be this creature, but I don't. That Natalie's Lord didn't seem to be too keen to give you this beforehand. So maybe it's to do with the cards. I certainly didn't draw anything that would return us home. What about
I definitely didn't.
No. Pontos, did they draw anything? Did you draw anything to get us home?
Not get us home.
Yeah, I don't think I did. What I have would reset everything, so it would be like we were never here.
Do
you Kevin? Do you know what?
Yes.
Borin drew.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. Just checking.
Yes. The moment you got him to roll that dice last week, I knew what one he'd got.
I did have an idea about how we could get back. I would need the long rest, but the spell Banishment sends a creature back to its home plane. And if we all just chose to fail our saving throws, I could just banish everybody back to the prime material plane. Now the issue is I don't know where it would put us, so we might be spread across Faerun.
It would also be about 5 or 6 spell slots for that level. And how would you get back after?
I can banish myself, I think.
Well, as we're doing this discussion, you turn around and there is Borin sitting there with his axe in his lap, with the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. He's engaged smug mode and dialed all the way up to 11.
Just throwing my fidget spinner on the floor.
What do you got, Borin?
Well, you guys all pulled absolute rubbish. I mean, then the elf couldn't even fight off what he drew in the first place. But I can do all of this easy as anything. I can get you home like that without even any effort or trying.
Well, stop holding out on us, bro. Let's do this.
Prove it.
Yeah. But again, as you said all this, Charlie's going to say, like, guys, if he can do that, that's great. But I did make that promise to the creature in the lighthouse. Do you think we could go back there? I feel it'd be. Yeah, he's been trapped here for so long. It'd be wrong to do it.
You know what's in it for us?
Yeah, I guess we could go there if, I mean, I don't know what Borin's solution is. If it'll work for that thing, we could do it. Or, ironically, I could have sent it back to the material plane the first time we were there. But, oh well.
Yeah, but I think before we do anything else, because that forest can be a bit of a pig. Now we're out of there. Shall we mend, sort of heal up a little bit? And I'm quite willing to put up my dome and everyone get a long rest. Now we're out of that madness of that dark citadel.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Because I think a lot of people are a little bit battered.
Cool. Go ahead and give your take a long rest. If you are using Loman's tiny hut, then nothing can interfere with you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a spell slot for create food and water, so you don't have to mark off a ration.
Didn't work.
Cool.
Happy days.
Mm-hmm. So after a bit of a rest back out of there, sort of all feel a little bit healthier. Right. Karirook, do you want to lead the way? These are trees. You seem to be at home here. Don't run into any more spiders.
I'll try. Last time I had a look, remember I can kind of see the lighthouse. Let's go in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Yeah,
head west.
the lighthouse is pretty big.
I'll just
Okay.
start heading towards the lighthouse. I'll go first, being stealthy and making sure there's nothing.
Okay. Give us a stealth roll and then a survival roll.
This is stealth without my reliable talent. You know that.
Oh, excuse me. 30. Okay, so you are ridiculously well hidden. So the party you're scouting for can't see you anymore. Do you want them to follow you?
Yes, I do. Go this way, lads. Very good.
Because everyone's like, shit, where's he gone? Fuck.
Is Karirook in a tree watching us in heat vision, in sort of like infrared? Just
3 little dots just appear on your forehead.
strangely, yeah.
Excellent. What was the other one you wanted? Survival, was it?
Yeah, stealth to be hidden, survival to find the way.
The real danger about that weapon is it fires 3 cats at the red dots.
Survival. Oh no. So not only have the party lost you because you were too stealthy, you are in fact lost.
Ah, shit.
So I'm gonna pull Karirook onto the map on his own. Obviously he is no longer concentrating on blur. So can you roll me a d6 please? And also I am going to make these things invisible because you don't know where you are anymore. So okay. Oh, I tell you what, I think I will let the party stay more or less where they are. Until we work out what's happened. Where is the thing? There's the thing. Okay.
I didn't realise I could blink.
That was a exceedingly odd thing to say.
I was just reading what items I had. I didn't realise I had a ring of blink.
Oh, I don't even remember where that came from, but yeah.
As you were.
all these years, Pontos has wondered why his eyes are so dry and crusty.
God.
So Karirook is lost, and the party have lost him.
Jesus Christ.
What does the party do when they realise they have lost the person who is apparently leading them?
I'll cast Thaumaturgy, the cantrip I can't pronounce, and scream, Karirook!
Cool.
Yeah. Go to the wind chest and wait for this all to blow over.
Yep.
Okay. So, I'm sure we can flavour this a little bit.
If you're going to alert everyone like that, I'll use the dragon's teeth and cast create bonfire or campfire as well. So at least there's a light source you might see as well.
Cool. So Karirook wanders off in completely the wrong direction, having got lost, and is so stealthy that he leaves the whole party behind. As he steps off alone into the trees, his cat. Can you take a Constitution save for me, please, Karirook?
Mm-hmm. The character's gone.
Okay, so your cat Doom, as you wander off alone into the woods, it kind of vaults off your shoulder and tries to hug your head with its forearms, as if it's trying to suffocate you or something. You are able to pull it off as it tries to hug your face, but well, and it kind of gives up and wraps itself back around your shoulder. After the cat has finished trying to interfere with your face, you notice that you have headed to the northeast instead of to the west, and you hear Deep's voice amplified by thaumaturgy calling out your name, and the sparks of a bonfire kind of glowing between the trees, so you're able to see your way back to the party. Are you going to head back to them, or are you going to stay?
Oh, I think so, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to head back to them. I'm going to say to my little pet, I'm going to pull out a knife and I'm going to put it up to his eye. Do that again and you're going to lose an eye. Hope we understand each other. And then carry on.
Can you give me an insight check?
Insight. Where's insight? There you go.
You and this cat, you're like this. You're best buds. You understand each other well. You are almost certain that this cat means you no harm and was just expressing its affection for you when it was trying to wrap its tentacles around your head. The noise it makes, which is something like it's clearly a sign of deeply held affection.
Cool. See, don't worry, Doom. If we find someone, you can have a go at them.
Okay.
Have you
sorry
found
to interrupt.
found a route yet?
So I have a spell that might be able to help us, but I need something from the location we'd be trying to go to. Did we pick anything up at the lighthouse?
Not that I can think of.
Like maybe in the loot list?
I don't think so. We went in there and it turned out it was like almost an empty tower with this creature at the top.
Okay. Well, shit. You have a spell called Find the Path now, but you have to have something from the destination.
Ah, shit.
Well, maybe we should try to get to the beach. I think we're more prepared to kill those freaking ghouls now.
Oh God, not those again. Okay. With that, Boris is like, okay. Since Point Ears can't do it, I'll lead the way then.
Okay, give us a survival roll just to see if you can find your way.
No.
Oh dear.
Can you give me a D6 roll, please?
But I don't want to.
Okay. You head approximately 5 miles out into the jungle, and you are not sure where you are, but you notice in a direction that is a compass point. You're not sure which one at this stage. You notice that you can hear the sound of waves lapping.
Told you, I know the way.
Okay, let's go to the beach. Even if we follow the coast the wrong direction, it's just a slightly longer walk. We could be in the frickin' jungle for the rest of our lives.
You find yourselves on the southern beach of the dark version of the Isle of Dread.
Okay. Do we have the capacity of discerning west?
Probably.
Okay.
Well, worst case, if now we're at the coast, I can fly up into the sky and just see if I can see the lighthouse.
Yeah, I mean you can choose to follow the coastline if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
That is kind of fixed. You can't really get lost following a coastline.
Well, we could go the wrong way.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you could, but okay, fine.
Why did I tell you that?
An extra complication. Very good. Okay, if you plan to follow the coastline, could you please roll me a survival check?
You know what? Deep's gonna take it from here. Oh, fuck. Oh, could I have my token?
Let's
Or I
see.
guess I can do it from my sheet. One second.
Yeah, when we're on the map screen, it is the best
Oh,
way.
God. I suck, too.
8. Oh, no. Okay, roll a d6.
Oh, get what?
Everyone knows you come out onto the beach and you turn left. That was what we always did.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like a maze. You always turn left.
Cool. So you make your way along the beach. I am going to roll a dice. I might even roll this one in the open just for fun. Dun dun. That's exciting.
Poker face, John. Poker face.
What's a poker face? Oh, I need to find a beach.
Deep, I think you found where all of these shadow ghasts live now. I think we found their hive.
Good. Extinction event time. Or one of our groups. Not gonna say which one.
Okay, so I'm just very quickly accidentally deleting important parts of the scenery. Just deleted the whole bloody map. So, would somebody please roll me a D8?
No, mate, you haven't rolled shit for yet. It's your turn.
There's the one. Oh,
No,
Well,
before it.
Chris got his in
Let-
first.
So, we'll add those together then. So I'm just dragging out some heroes. Trying to work out why they don't all have full hit points. Damn you, Operation Thunderbolt! Means you have to open a character sheet before you drag the token out, otherwise it drags out the item with its previous thing.
I know we're laughing about having trouble getting out this forest, so which way do we turn to go around the beach? My ex used to be like that when we go shopping. She'd walk down the high street, turn left into a shop, and then she'd walk out, and rather than turn left to carry on down, she'd turn right and wonder why she's going back on herself. She used to do that so often. Yeah, she just always ended up doubling back. It was weird.
Right, here we go. So, a misty beach. Life's a beach and then you lie on one. Or, no, that's not right. Oh well. So, 1 plus 3. Apologies, I am just quickly doing a thing. Because things are fun, and we like things. Jeden, dwa, trzy, cztery. Sedum. Don't know why I felt compelled to count that in Czech, but you know. Ooh, nice. Okay, I am going to move you to the place where I am, so that you can see what I can see. Aha! So,
Oh dear.
you find yourself ambushed by shadow ghasts, as has happened on the beach so many times before. These things seem to have an affinity for the sea. Perhaps they like the rotten smell of the dead sea creatures washing up, or perhaps they just don't like the jungle very much. But either way, here they are. They want to eat you, and they're going to do their best to do so. I am going to do a group initiative check for them. And then I'm going to ask you guys to also roll your initiative.
just a quick question for you.
Yes.
Now I've discovered I have a amazingly powerful ring. How does it work? Blink.
Why don't we do this between sessions?
I'll message it to you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
John, you just carry on doing what you're doing.
Okay. So you just asked about the Ring of Blink, but don't worry about that. There is another thing, just I might remind you briefly of. So remember what card you got, and decide whether that means anything to you in this particular situation.
It does.
Okay.
Maybe everyone would need to sit out of this fight and let me get on with it. Because of my card, let me just reread it to everyone. Or read it to everyone. So the card I got is if I single-handedly defeat the next hostile monster or group of monsters we encounter, I gain enough experience points to level up. This is the Karirook fight. Now, does that include Chew Bacon, or would I have to do it solo?
I am going to say that because Chew Bacon is your mount and not a separate character, that Chew Bacon doesn't count.
Okay.
Although it's a little bit early for it, I reckon now might be a good time for a brief comfort break.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout.
Yeah, so let's come back. Let's come back at 10 o'clock and continue.
Watch the solo mission go.
Yeah, I've got a way to try and keep the rest of us out of your way and safe. I've just got to survive to my turn and not be fucking paralysed.
Right, catch you guys in a minute.
Cool. Hello, I'm back.
Hello.
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 Yeah.
I'm just the spell I thought I had. I think I took out when I last leveled up, but I have an alternate option which can work, so that's not a problem. So, yeah, that works actually quite well. I can do this. I can do this. We have the technology, and he's got that. That's perfect. As long as I don't get fucking paralyzed again by these bastards, I can remove us out of it and let Pontos do his wild thing. If it all goes pear shaped, we can then get stuck in and help. But if Pontos wants to give us a full gun show of his awesomeness,
Hold on. So we want Pontos in at 4, which means it's a terrible waste that you rolled a natural 20 for Chew Bacon. How do we normally do this? Does Chew Bacon normally get his own turn?
no, he normally does at the same time as Pontos.
He does, doesn't he? All right, we'll be kind and give the 20 to Pontos and just take Chew Bacon out of the turn order. There we go. So there's Pontos, there's Deep, there's Borin. Char didn't end up in there, so I shall add him manually. As well as... Oh, Borin is there. So why isn't Char there?
I'm at the bottom. It's showing me as 0, but I definitely rolled a 19.
Blimey. Okay, maybe you have a -1.
No.
That's very weird. Oh, it says 0 because I just added you manually, so it puts you in at 0. So I can change that to a 19. It didn't put you in because your token wasn't selected when you rolled it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still missing one. Where's Karirook?
I mean,
I
thought we were just going to let. Pontos go on with it.
Oh yeah, but you still need to be in the initiative order.
Just in case.
You can still move. You know, you're not frozen to the spot. That might not be a very good thing. Oh, there we go. 23. So, I am going to assume that considering you spent the night in Loman's tiny hut, and also that you have at least briefly conversed about what your cards from the deck of many things / the deck of hazards do, that the rest of the party understands the thing. So how you choose to manage that is entirely up to you. So there is Karirook, Pontos, Char, Borin, Deep. They're all in there. Everyone's in there. It's a party and you're all invited. And I've just realised that I need to switch views so that we can see Kevin's beautiful face. There we go.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, you guys good to go?
Yeah.
Say Pontos. So what's the deal here? Do you just have to kill him?
I
Can you
just have
injure
to
them
kill them all on my own without you dealing a blow.
without dealing a blow?
I believe
So
so. I believe that's how it reads.
Can we tactically move into an advantageous position for you? And
It doesn't say you can't. It basically just says I have to single-handedly kill them.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you could do the old stand one side, I stand the other.
Remember what happened.
Oh, that's true.
Okay. That was just an idea. Alright, never mind.
Sorry, did we say Chew Bacon can do damage? Or is that...
Chew Bacon can. Chew Bacon's your mount. So
Chew Bacon can be my tactical advantage then.
Okay.
He can stand on the other side of each one.
Oh, that would... Well, I've already said it now, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to say another word. Okay, here we go. Shadowgast number 5, which is this fella here, marches up behind Pontos and Chew Bacon. It's almost as if he knows. Maybe he knows. We open the character sheet so I can remind myself how many attacks they get. 1 bite, 1 claw. What? So I am going to bite the piggy in the bum. It's going to be... He's looking for the taste of bacon between his shadowy jaws. And it didn't like that, so I'm going to hit refresh. Start the sandbox again. Give it another go. Maybe it's fate telling me that I should have done a claw attack first. But it's too late. Oh, he tries to bite Chew Bacon but fails miserably, and then reaches out with long black talons to try and scratch the almost naked torso of Pontos. Oh, and he does it. It's because I said the word naked. I'm going to change the music because this horror music is not fitting at all. We need something dramatic, don't we? Heavy metal or orchestral?
Well, heavy metal.
Heavy metal! Boom! Okay, here we go.
I can't hear any music.
You may have muted Kenku FM in the chat. If you haven't, then you should be able to hear it playing in the background of the Discord chat. You can alter the volume of Kenku FM by right-clicking on it and altering the volume dial. Anyone who's watching, if anyone's watching, I quite recommend Kenku FM, especially if you can get yourself a nice set of royalty-free music tracks, because then you can add music to your game without getting stung by the copyright gods. That was Shadowgast number 5. We move on to Karirook. What's Karirook going to do?
I'm gonna just stealth and go sneaking into the shadows and stay away from it all.
Very good. Mask of the Wild allows you to hide yourself in mist.
Blind sight.
23. Okay, is that good enough? That is good enough. So where are you going?
I'm just gonna go way over here and hide.
Very good.
See it? Go.
I'm going to move on to the next Shadowgast, who is going to move towards the nearest living, breathing opponent. In this case, that is Char. Oh, he reaches out with filthy black talons and rakes them across Char's face, or at least he tries to. He fails miserably. He tries then to grab you by the shoulders and bury his teeth in the side of your neck. Can he do it? He does manage to bite you.
Jesus.
He doesn't paralyse you, but he does bite you.
Yeah, I can live with that.
On to Pontos.
Alright, it's time to flame on, isn't it? Really?
Always.
Wait, flaming on, do I need to select that, or does it just auto-do it now?
If you have A, light Great Axe, B, flaming Great Axe +1, which is the attack, and C, put out Great Axe. So if you click A - light Great Axe, then as a bonus action you can light your Great Axe.
Ah, okay. Ooh.
And that's supposed to be quite pretty, but it will probably make everything chug quite a lot, so let me know if your computer suddenly stops behaving. It seemed like a good idea at the time, putting GIFs in it. There we go, it's working fine!
third one does much. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Impressive. I am going to take him out of the turn order straight away. Let's be efficient.
So we're going to charge towards this one.
Very good. So let's assume you can get a charge because you could back up 5 feet and then rush in either way. So we'll. You can do the thing. Do the thing.
So it takes a bonus action to light the axe. So therefore I can't fist him at the end, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh shit!
But you got 2 chew bacon tusks now.
Ah, yes, good point. Charge.
And you also get to use the charge function because you did charge.
You only get to use it once, right? Because I'm stood next to him the second time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. You know what? Normally boars don't get 2 attacks, but you get advantage on the second one because he's now prone.
Ooh. No cover. No auto crab. No charge. Standard advantage. There we go. That will probably be it.
Okay, well that's a pretty good start. 1 dead and 1 bloodied in a single turn. Okay, on to Char, who is probably stinging a bit.
Yep, and not liking this, but so screw you guys, I'm out of here. So I'm going to merge with all of this coastal fog and everything and do a misty step over to here. So let's say like a teleport. And I'm going to reach out, tap both of them, both Borin and Deep on the shoulders, and there's going to be eruptions of flames on their backs as I cast Fly on both of them. So we can get the fuck out of here vertically.
Hell yeah. Of course. We have to get to my turn before that.
Yeah, that's not my problem. I'm facilitating. Yeah, I'm just a facilitator, and with the wings on mine, because at level 5 I can cast it on 3 people, so I'll cast it on myself.
Yep,
because
cool.
I can, and I'm just going to launch myself 30 foot into the air.
Cool. Okay, I'm just going to put a height marker next to you. There we go, just to remind me how high up you are.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll put it on top of you. Either way, well, just there to remind us. Okay, very good. So Char is 30 foot in the air, and Borin, Char, and Deep are all capable of flight at the moment, but only one of you is in the air.
A 60-foot fly speed.
Nice. Okay. I'm going to move on to Shadowgast number 4, which just happens to be the one that's already fighting Pontos, which is exceedingly good luck at this stage. He is going to try and claw Chew Bacon. I'm going to reverse the order of the previous attack. He claws Chew Bacon, but he does not paralyze him. I should, in fact... I'm not going to retcon that. I am just going to... I am going to retcon that. What I mean is, he spends half his movement to stand up first. Otherwise, I have to give you hit points back and stuff. And I don't want to... So he stands up, sacrificing half his movement, and then he slashes Chew Bacon. Going the path of least resistance, he then tries to bite Pontos. Okay. He fails. We move on to Shadowgast number 1, who is going to rush up to Borin. He's going to do the scratch bite combo. it's a crit!
Of course it is.
But Borin is not paralysed. Do you know what I just did?
Did you attack yourself?
I just attacked myself. That is
I
impressive.
think that should hold.
I mean, you may say that, but no. That would still have been a crit on Borin. And Borin's Constitution save would have been better, so he is still not paralysed, but the damage is done to Borin instead, so 19 slashing. Is the flight spell concentration?
Yes, on me.
On you, so it doesn't matter that Borin's taken a slash.
No, I put a spell on them and
Crazy.
I'm concentrating.
Cool. I just realised what I said there.
Yeah, I heard that and I totally agree.
Okay, on to Shadowgast number 3. He's got 30 feet of movement. He gets in close to deep. He is going to do the claw bite combo. Claw is coming. Claw is coming. Claw is missing. We have a bite. Oh!
Oof.
He gets bitten. We move on to number 6. He rushes into the closest living thing, which is in fact Borin. He goes for claw bite. These guys are tough, eh? Oh! Borin's really taken a pounding.
A bit like his mum last night.
Emigad! Okay, this one here rushes also towards deep.
Boo.
All those times fighting Shadowgast where I've just been paralysed and haven't been able to do half the things
Oh,
I can
thank
do.
God. Oh, that was a close one.
Yep, that was a meets beats. On to Borin.
Borin is angry here at these things, but he's like, we made an agreement. Next time, you bastards, and then he's going to, as an action, disengage as an action, and then he's going to fly about 30 foot in the air to get away.
Cool. Borin is also 30 feet in the air.
You're lucky I'm holding up a promise here, you bastards.
Yes,
Evil, evil.
Monsieur Borin, you should lay this smack down.
Disengage by 30 feet up, but let loose a big dwarven fart right when my butt is face level to the ghoul.
Jetpack.
I must go. My people need me.
Okay. We move on to Karirook.
I'm going to just stay hidden. I'm going to sort of move up here a little bit. Say, Pontos, if you need me, just shout.
Aye.
Very good. Okay. Shadowgast number 2 sees that his closest opponents have flown into the air, so he rushes over to attack Pontos and Chew Bacon. His animal fury means that he does not immediately seek advantage by trying to get a flanking, but he might next turn. He is going to try and slash Pontos, bite Chew Bacon. We're going to do it that way around this time. Oh, and it's a miss. And then he's going to try and bite Chew Bacon. Dun 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 dun. He's going to try and chew the bacon of Chew Bacon. Oh, double miss. Onto Pontos.
Oh, here we go. Alright.
Lay the smackery! Do the thing!
They go for the one I went for last time.
Ooh. Damage is dealt.
And I'll turn around on my pig. Not on his tusk, obviously.
Well, could do.
You're gonna... Where's my fist? There it is. Alright, tusk attack. That was the last one.
Blimey,
Okay.
Charlie. Good job.
Alright, I will action surge as well. And then I'll get Bacon to run to down here. No, I won't. No, I won't. Hang on.
Lies!
Here.
Okay.
Right, so action surge. That's no bonus, but normal attacks only, isn't it?
Yep. Another 3 attacks.
Jesus. Okay.
Well, I think this week, Kill of the Week and Damage Dealer and that is all pretty much taken care of.
We'll shift over one then, I guess, and then use my last. Oh, use my last swing. Then I'm just going to look over to the other two and wink. No.
Pride comes before a fall.
Oh, it could be worse.
Could be worse. Okay, we're on to Jar. Jar's in the air. Is he doing anything?
I'm just sitting here, just watching this spectacle. This is quite impressive, and that is me done, really.
Cool. Okay, Shadowghast number 1. He rushes round. He's doing the reach around. Ba-bum.
Bacon wink.
So we are going to have Claw Pig. Claw Pig. Oh! Brutal! Seeing that he has advantage over Chew Bacon, he is going to press his advantage and try to sink his fangs into the flanks of this impressive bacon-flavoured beast. He is going for an auto crit with advantage.
Or Bacon.
He might even miss. He doesn't miss! 31! Oh!
Rigged. Rigged game.
Rigged! Cheating!
You cheating bastard.
I told you John's a rigger.
Shadowghast number 3 looks at the wounded Chew Bacon and laughs evilly with his twisting, multifaceted tongue. He is going to sink the bite, auto-critting the Pig of Doom. Oh! Oh, the humanity! I don't even know what that means, but I see it on The Simpsons and places.
My God, he's broken in half.
He tries to. He then tries to slash Pontos across his bare chest, across his dancing pecs. He has advantage. Oh, it's a hit! But luckily Pontos is not paralysed. We move on to Shadow Ghast number 6, who rushes south for a bit of diagonal wickedness. This still be a flank. There still be a flank in me hearties. He is going to do a bite of doom upon the Chew Bacon. Auto crits aplenty.
No, not auto crit on my bacon.
Oh! Chew Bacon goes down. Chew Bacon is a PC effectively, and therefore has death saves. So he is not insta-killed. He is down, but he may not be out. We have a slash and claw attack for Pontos. So, where does Pontos land when he falls off the back of Chew Bacon?
He slides elegantly down his tusk.
Is he in the square he is on the map? I will
Yeah.
allow you to pick any of those 4 squares.
Nah, leave him where he is.
Okay, so this is a claw attack, but because you have moved, well, when you're on Chew Bacon's back, you're in all 4 squares at once effectively, but when you are not on Chew Bacon anymore because he's in a snotty heap on the floor, you are in that square, so he can't flank you, so you don't have advantage against you. It's just a normal attack. Is it a hit? It's a miss.
Oof.
We move on to Borin, who is in the air.
He's looking. He's fumbling around, and he's getting his crossbow in hand just in case.
Monsieur Borin! Why are you touching that filthy crossbow? I am your best friend. Come on. Oh, that filthy crossbow bitch with her cartridge loading magazines. I will show you magazines, Monsieur Borin.
Well, I don't want to know about your French demon magazines, Frenchie. They could be quite disgusting, but but if I could throw you multiple times a turn, then I might consider you better than this. But for now, this is just a temporary solution.
Oh, you cut me to the very core, mon ami. But the DM is waiting to move the turn order, so I'm going to shut up. On to deep.
Okay, so Ryan, what is the exact wording of your thing? Is it just that nobody else can land a blow?
Let me reread it. Bear with me, corner. It says, if you single-handedly defeat the next hostile monster or group of monsters you encounter, you gain experience points enough to gain 1 level. Otherwise, the card has no effect. So no, you can't.
Yeah, so if I cast a spell on you, it probably won't count. Okay. Deep is just gonna dodge and cheer on his half-orc buddy.
Cool. Okay. Is Karirook doing anything?
Do you know what? I think I will. So, I'm going to still be stealthy. No. I'm going to move up here, and I'm going to take my stealth off and say, "Over here, you big stinking fork-tongue freaks!" And I'm going to hold an action. So when they do start coming towards me, I'm going to stealth away again.
Very well. Okay. So, I will. So you moved. You dropped stealth, which is a free action. You shouted over to get their attention, so I will allow you to make a social, charisma-based skill roll if you have proficiency in it. So that could be intimidation, persuasion, deception. You may make a skill roll of that type if you want to see if you can scare them off, get them to focus on you instead, or you don't have to. Up to you.
Okay. So if I get them wanting to turn around and focus on me, that's not helping, is it? Cool. So
I think I leave that to your judgment.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be helping. Why don't you not do?
Okay, I don't want to do anything to interrupt your fate here, Pontos. So it might not be the best idea. Alright, I'll just go invisible again. But if you need me, I'm here.
Cool. On to
I thought that would be an awesome idea.
I'm going to get Chewbacon to do a death save, and he fails it, obviously. Brilliant.
Okay.
Alright. Let's get chopping away, I guess. Definitely freak the dog out. Right, instead of... Can they attack a downed character?
In theory, yes, they can. But they can attack a down character. Whether that has strategic merit... You can only guess what they might do.
Yeah. Okay. No, I won't do what I was going to do then. Alright, I'll just fist this one. There we go.
Okay, so the... it's the ring of the spider, isn't it? It allows you to slash him across the face in claws just as foul and talon-like as his own. He screeches at you with his distorted, shadow-warped voice. And then we move on to Char, unless you want to move.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Cool. On to Char.
Okay, Char is going to fly round to here, and I'm going to do a hold action of my agonizing blast, but the trigger for that is if Pontos gets paralyzed.
Okay.
So if it all goes pear-shaped, I'm ready to help out, but I'm holding off until then.
Okay, cool. Right, Shadow Gas number 1. Edges around. Edging. Sorry. We are spicy today, are we not? Shadow Gas number 1, who is flanking Pontos, is going to try and slash him viciously with talon-like claws. It is not auto-crit, not yet. He does have advantage, however. Ka-ching! He slashes Pontos, raking his claws through his flesh and drawing blood to the surface, which runs down his chiseled abs. However, Pontos's strong constitution means that he does not become paralyzed by the filthy, the filth entering his bloodstream. He then, the Shadowghast attempts to bite. These Shadowghasts really like going in for the corner of the neck for a really good bite to try and get into those thick veins. He gets you. He hits you. He might even have fumbled had it not been for this wonderful flanking. Shadowghast number 6. There's only 2 left. They're trying to gank you properly. So, this one, with advantage, is going to try and slash you with his filthy claws. Is it going to trigger Char's attack? Oh! Okay.
Oh.
I mean, it's auto crits and
You don't have to do it. You can. You have a held action, but it's up to you whether you do it or not.
it's
So does that mean I'm just paralysed for 1 round?
You are paralysed for 1 minute, but at the end of each round, you can take another Constitution save. DC is 12, which is not huge, but every hit against you will be a crit until you save.
Okay.
Let's wait.
I'm gonna
until-
hold. I'm gonna hold.
Yeah. Wait until Pontos is unconscious.
Phrasing. Oh.
I got this.
Okay. This could be deeply unpleasant. But here we go. Here comes a bite. So, auto crit,
Miss?
advantage. Here it
Miss?
comes. It could be a miss.
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
No, the attack will kill you. The suspense won't.
Hey.
It's a miss. Very good. And you're going to get a turn again before they do, so that gives you another chance to shake it off. So, Borin, is he doing anything? Kev?
Sorry, I apologize. I forgot I was doing my. He just got his crossbow. He's waiting until all hell breaks loose.
Okay, on to Deep. Is Deep doing anything?
No, pass.
Cool. Okay, Karirook, is he doing anything?
Not really, I'm just going to move up a little bit closer, staying stealthy.
Okay. On to Pontos. Constitution saving throw, yep.
Oh, well.
Oh, you big fucking lump!
Huzzah!
You passed. You passed. That was actually that happened at the end of your turn, though. So although you are no longer paralysed, that is the end of your turn.
Bonus action, or is that literally everything?
No, that's it. That happens at the end of your turn. Can you please roll a death save for Chew Bacon?
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, Chewy.
You're so fine. You're so fine. You're
Don't fumble. Or he's dead.
Come on.
Hey.
Good boy. Good boy.
1 and 1. Okay. The odds are good. Is Char going to do anything?
I'm holding until Pontos drops. Then held action until he drops.
Okay.
I can come back up at 1 as well.
Okay.
I'd forgotten about
You
that.
gotta pray for 4 whiffs.
4 whiffs could happen.
I just need to not get stunned.
He's got to pass 2 con saves basically
If they hit.
if they hit.
Oh, thank God.
One
was close.
down.
Yes. Alright.
3 to go.
Oh, you know what?
Okay.
I forgot to do that with advantage. I'm just going to roll a d20 on its own. No, that's a miss as well. Okay. So.
Okay, this next one is for all the bananas, because this is the one that paralyzed.
Yeah, this is the kitty. So, here we go. This is going to be
Miss.
a claw attack with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
you
We can live
shook
with
it
that.
up. Just
He's not,
like
he's
Taylor
not
Swift.
paralysed. He is hurt, but he's not paralysed. Okay.
I heard what you said there, Nate. Get out.
What did you say?
I said
Oh,
he
it's a
shook it
miss.
up, just like Taylor Swift.
Oh, I wanted to say that. No, yeah, I back you on that one.
Oh, I don't get it.
The sun,
Oh,
shake it. The sun,
boomer.
shake it off.
I
Yeah.
8-pound my chest at him.
Okay.
Yeah. Pontos and Deep are making ape noises at each other.
Ooh, ah.
So Borin flies over a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We're on to Deep. Is Deep doing anything?
He's gonna continue to grunt and be like, "Wah!"
Intimidating, man.
On to Karirook. Is Karirook doing anything?
Nope.
On to Pontos. So
Does second wind, is that an action or a bonus action?
I think it's a free action, isn't it?
I think it's free one. I
Or is it
believe.
free, is it? I'll take that. Alright.
I'd say have a quick read just in case.
Yeah, let me just double check. Spare 2 seconds. Second wind indeed.
Oh, second wind is a bonus action.
Okay, alright.
I was thinking of
Action
Action
surge.
Surge, which is a free action.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Was that max?
Yeah,
That
max.
was maximum, yeah, maximum healing. Boom. Oh, what's gonna happen to that orky boy? Oh!
Adios.
Wow.
Go.
You know. There's 40 damage, there's 36 damage.
Did you just get 2 crits in a row? What the fucking hell? What
Second one was even a crit.
3 crits in a row?
Hey!
Nice.
Awesome.
2 shot.
Well done. Well done.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Okay, the fight is over. The restrictions about helping are lifted.
Oh, I will fly down and do that to the pig.
Hey.
Do I just level up next off screen, yeah?
Well,
Or-
you can level up right now if you want.
Okay.
The party might need a rest, little rest. I don't know. Some of you are quite beaten up. It's up to you, really. You have spent some time travelling. If you want to do it right now, you can do it right now. Depends what everyone else says.
Does
We've got
Chewbacca level up? Or just Pontos?
just Pontos. This will be the second time that we had a party of different levels. Because Char did get de-leveled once when his
I remember
patron, when his patron gave him a little spanking.
Yes.
I am actually quite keen on the idea of, on occasion, I'm quite keen on the idea of individual experience, but it doesn't. When you have milestones and you have every level for every character class being the same, you tend to end up with a party that are all the same level. But for a little while at least, Pontos is going to be one level higher than everyone else.
Do you want me to wait, everyone? Or do it now? I'm easy.
You can do it now. We'll be busy getting lost on the aisle again.
I'll do it now quickly then.
Yeah. Well, that was certainly entertaining. And we got a nice bird's eye view of the spectacle with to admire Pontos in his favourite playground.
Rah. All my ability score goes up.
Oh, blimey. Is that 12?
Yeah. He also gets the option of a feat or a stat increase. All sorts of fun things.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my. Yeah.
You've already got 20 strength, so where are you going to put it?
I've gone for constitution.
That's what your mom asked me last night.
Hey!
Did you say I get a feat? Or do you get a feat instead of ability score?
It's
Either
one or
or.
the other. Yeah. Some of the feats actually come with ability score improvements. Normally a 1, and it gives you an extra ability of some sort.
Maybe I will get a feat instead.
Well, I tell you what. If you level up now, if you level up now and pick something, and then change your mind, I will allow you to wreck on it, since you're doing it in haste. If you follow, I mean, I would let you do that anyway, but
Thank you. I'm going to go for Savage Tacker at the moment. Just because the session I'm running, our fighter has it. But I will...
What does that one do? Is that the one where you get to roll an extra damage dice?
You get to re-roll your damage and then pick the one you like, if I'm correct in saying that. And use, so once per turn, when you roll for damage for a melee weapon, you can re-roll the damage die and then pick which total you prefer.
Oh,
Or an alternative, just putting it out there. It's just be, so you have a bit of a think. There is Great Weapon Mastery, since you do have a great axe in your hand, and you can opt to take a -5 to hit, but you then do an extra 10 points of damage.
Okay.
There are some pretty cool ones for fighters. There are some very weird ones too.
I'm not going to level up just now. I will read through everything.
Okay, mate, that's cool.
Yeah, no, I'll read through everything in case I take... Yeah.
But well done, mate. That turned out pretty well.
Went alright, didn't it?
Yeah.
I get 130 hit points or something when I level up.
Mad.
Well. Right there.
Well, do you want to take a brief sit down, Pontos, and recover your wounds? You did seem to be in a bit of a brawl there for a while. I was a bit concerned.
Yeah, I will recover myself. Well, are we long resting here, are we?
We can do if you so wish.
Yeah, and normally it wouldn't be allowed because you have not that long ago had a long rest. But in this time you can. It's fine. Because I don't know, camping trip. Basically, actually, because apologies, the squirrel has taken over. Apologies for the squirrel jokes. Just for the record, the reason we keep talking about squirrels is because I got a diagnosis of ADHD last Wednesday, the day before my 44th birthday. So I am part of the squirrel gang. That is not me saying offensive things about neurodivergent people. That is me being a neurodivergent person and choosing to own it. I quite like the squirrel motif. So if you don't like it, whatever. But yeah.
I've already moved on.
We've already moved on. So
I'm just going to go to the toilet quickly and I'll be straight back. You can.
Yeah, of course. No worries. Okay.
Well, can someone try and find out where this bloody lighthouse is so we can just get there? Like I said,
Cool. Has everyone got their hit points back?
Well, I'd better do mine.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I should roll some hit dice.
Oh no, you can take a long rest if you want. It's
We had a long rest, didn't we?
I know you did, but you know, I'm being a kind and benevolent DM and on this particular occasion, since this seems like a cause for celebration.
That was very impressive.
It was. It was pretty sweet.
It was just those first couple of turns, right? And he's dead, and he's half injured and knocked over, and then he's dead, and it's like, whoa, he's just Tasmanian deviling this thing.
Yep, he did. Oh, well, give yourself those hit die back, Nate.
Oh. Did he get long rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it was a deck of many things related event. Yeah. I was thinking maybe he might provoke the ire of the Avatar of Death and have a one-to-one with his own Avatar of Death, having seen that happen. But he took on 7 Shadow Ghast on his own, which is pretty good going, to be honest. I would have to look at the Kobold Fight Club to work out what the odds of that were, but I think that was probably a deadly encounter.
It's just those paralysis attacks. If they happen and you just get the wrong rub of the dice, it can ruin you so quick.
Same thing can happen with just a ghoul when you're a tier 1 character, can't it? It can be especially in Pathfinder where it's actually a bit more harsh. Ghouls kill everything unless you're an elf, in which case you're a bit less likely to die. But speaking of which, I got Phandelver and Below, and they have revamped Lost Mine of Phandelver, which is probably my favourite campaign. I've run it 7 or 8 times, I think.
I haven't looked at it yet. What's your quick view of it?
I like the fact that they have filled in some of the gaps, because Goblin Arrows, the first encounter in Lost Mine of Phandelver, didn't have a battle map, and that kind of isn't such a big oversight back in the day when it came out. It came out in like 2014, I think, nearly about 10 years ago. Before the VTT, the virtual tabletop, where you need that visual representation of the space that your characters are in, or it helps at least, it didn't matter so much. But now that the VTT is such a big thing, it's good that they've actually got that battle map there. And Mike Schley did make one, but it wasn't part of the original box set. So you didn't have a map for the first encounter. You didn't have a map for Wyvern Tor. That's a big fight. There's a few things in Lost Mine of Phandelver which could have done with maps, and they didn't have any. But they even have a few close-in maps of Phandelver itself for different encounters. And it takes the entire campaign from levels 1 to 5 all the way up to level 12. And it has some quite exciting stuff in it. So, yeah, I look forward to looking at it in more depth. But yeah, it's quite cool. Lost Mine of Phandelver, really good campaign, much better than Dragon of Ice Spire Peak. I know what they were trying to do with Dragon of Ice Spire Peak, to make it more modular, make it a bit easier so that it was all just encounters, and you know, there's a lot less role playing, there's a lot less interesting NPCs. It just not as good. And I'm glad they came back to Phandelver and Lost Mine of Phandelver. I think it's a bloody amazing campaign. I think it's really good. So I planned to very quickly work out how that battle would be rated based on CRs at least.
One orc and his pig versus 7 shadow gas.
Well, Shadowgast, FYI, is CR5.
Ooh.
Now, I think, if I'm honest, that CR challenge rating is completely meaningless, depending on how experienced your players are. But
What's
I
the
cannot-
CR of a death avatar?
it doesn't have one. It is a different sort of thing. Okay, I'm struggling with the Kobold Fight Club because it doesn't have Shadowgast in it. I'm just going to add anything that has a CR of 5 just so that I can see what the math says. So you fought 7. Yeah. Oh, they've updated it. Okay. So what they say is difficulty deadly, feels like RPG horror stories. A couple more and it would have been feels like a masterclass in how not to survive. They've changed this so it's more detailed now, because last time it was feels like ... what. Now it's, if I'd given you 13, it Kobold Fight Club say feels like accidentally crashing a dragon's private spa day. Feels like rocks fall. Feels like something from the Cruel and Unusual Rulebook.
Well, I mean, only you and Ryan really know how close Pontos was to in health at the end. So yeah, it was.
At 41 in the end.
Oh, that's nothing. You could have taken another couple of rounds.
Oh, he was lower
We got
than that though. He is at the lowest point.
Yeah.
20, wasn't it?
Anyway.
That was 1 or 2 good hits away from death.
You would
Anyway.
have died. We were there.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were here for it, because that could have happened
Yeah.
without you if you'd missed it. You know, so
That would have been sad.
I'm glad you were here for it. I am similarly sad that that Borin wasn't here for his Death Avatar duel. But either way, Pontos is now level 12 in a level 11 party, and
Noobs.
what was that? What was that?
Noobs.
Noobs.
Bask in my glory.
Bask in your glory indeed. The party are on the beach, but they're a bit lost still. So what would you like to do? We'll give it about 10 minutes before we start awards, by the way. So
Yeah, no worries.
Plus awards.
All right. I would say keep following the beach.
Okay, well, I'll go airborne to try and assist whoever's doing the test.
cool. Okay, whoever's going to take the survival check, do so with advantage.
I'll do that. 1 secundo. Looks like I closed my character sheet yet again. Or I didn't, and it's hiding.
I'd better calm the music the fuck down, hadn't I?
I don't know. It could be a really exciting survival check. Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Okay. Boom.
Oh, hey.
That is a situation that we call meets beats.
Just pulling it out. Not working harder than he needs to. That's deep for you.
So which way are we going?
Towards a lighthouse, of course.
Of course.
You find yourself on the southern beach of the isle, and you work out where you are at last. Oh, it's paused. No, it's not paused. It's just not very loud. Oh, it's muted. Okay. Don't even know how these things happen, honestly. That's actually even more dramatic than I planned.
Well, let's get going before any more of those bloody creatures turn up.
Yep.
So, which way are you headed?
There
You're headed west?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Westerly.
Heading in a westerly direction. So, a party in relatively good conditions can walk about 25 miles a day. So, you travel along the beach. A kind and benevolent DM does not plan to hurl any more random battles at you today. So, we shall assume that your combined plan of an aerial observer and a ground-based navigator actually allows you to travel to where you want to go.
Excellent.
You
Well, that
find-
wasn't too difficult.
You find yourself at the base of the lighthouse where you intended to go.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Well, at least no more of those creatures. At least.
Okay. Well, let's go in and say hi to your new boo, Char.
Yeah.
Your BFF.
Sort of. It's only the right thing to do in these situations. They gave us some advice early on, and we made a deal. So yeah, I'm gonna head inside.
Okay. Are you all going inside together?
Yeah.
We'll go in.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I'm going to adjust that volume slightly. That's coming out really loud.
Oh god, it's still intense music. Something horrible is gonna happen.
Who can say? Who can say? I can say. So I'm just going to pop you guys on. For goodness sake. Anybody from Roll20, if you happen to be watching, and goodness knows why you would, but that thing where if you don't open a character sheet before you pull out the token, its hit points are wrong. Could you sort that out? I know that was because you were trying to get things to load quicker, but it doesn't do any good. It doesn't help. It means that it slows down gameplay in different ways.
Ominous music is ominous.
Yep, your friend's about to kill us. That's why.
It turns out my friend was an elder brain dragon.
Oh.
No,
I do want to use one of those. I do.
No, go fuck yourself. No, you are not pulling shit like
Dragon?
that out. No.
A dragon. You like riding dragons?
I do want to use one of those at some point, but not today.
No.
Not today.
Which bit of fuck off don't you understand about that? That is no.
Oh.
We like riding dragons, though, don't we?
This thing is not even right. It technically has the word dragon in its name, but this thing is just hellspawn incarnate. It's just wrong in so many ways.
Oh, dragon then.
I'm not even going to entertain any more of that. No, I shouldn't have even said those words.
You find yourself outside the lighthouse that you previously visited, with its tiled floor and its marble surfaces, expertly crafted with veins of copper-coloured material passing through them. It's a beautiful building, and if you remember, almost hollow inside, going high up and you see a kind of a misty, ethereal. I'm looking for a word. I'm struggling to find it.
Asthma.
A miasma. A misty miasma. Is that what you said, Chris?
I'm going to say yes.
It's foggy. It's foggy.
It's a fog.
It's a little bit misty at the top.
Okay, well, I shall walk in. So,
Sneak in behind.
Mm.
Stealth.
and I shall, unless anyone else is, Borin will walk in, just mistrusting everyone, because it's Borin and he doesn't trust anyone. Can't get through the door, you stupid dwarf. Come on. And I will summon my genie flaming wings, and I will slowly soar up the tower towards this creature.
Very well. Okay, let me make sure the chat is visible. There we go. So Karirook has just critted his stealth check, I think. Ah, how pathetic! You critted and you only got a 33.
Shocking.
Yeah, those. I tell you what, in 5e those are crazy numbers. In Pathfinder those are rookie numbers. But yes, Char rises through the high and airy tower that you find yourselves in. The misty and miasmal presence at the top. Makes itself known. The fog lights up with each syllable spoken, as if by talking this creature creates light, and the fog lights up.
Okay. Yes, I have. I think I have figured out a way I can allow you to return back to the material plane, if that is where you are from, as you have said.
Yes. This is excellent. This is far beyond our expectations. We thought that you would be killed. If not by the followers of the Raven Queen, then by the Netherese. We told you not to trust them. And you survived. And
Yes.
now you come to take us home.
Yes, your advice was beneficial for this. I only ask one thing from you, yes, the Moonlight Spirit.
Name it. What can I do for you?
I wish for you to owe me a favour, if and when I ever need it, when back in the material plane, and just a way to call for you if I need this favour.
We shall give them a favor. Yes. In return for what it does for us. Yes. The Moonlight Spirit will owe Char a favor.
And how will I be able to call you if I need to?
We are psychic. Reach out with your mind. If we are too far away, then we shall hear you and come and answer your summons.
Excellent. This is good. This is good. I appreciate this.
You see, A little different, Joe.
In what way?
Slightly different flavor.
It is nothing. It is just. I am just happy that I can help you, and I'm now returning back to home as well. But if you are ready, I will proceed with the spell to get you home.
Yes. Do not delay. Send us home so we may return to the sea. Yes.
Very good. And I hold out my staff, and you see several small motes of fire just come out and slowly circle, like northeast, southwest around it, and then also around it laterally, just forming a cage around it. And I will cast banishment on it.
Cool. Excellent. So it does not resist, and therefore it is returned to its own plane of origin.
Well, it's a concentration for a minute. If it's not banished to its if it's
from this plane, it's coming back in a minute.
In a minute, yeah.
Okay. So,
yeah.
well, you may not know its plane of origin. However, it disappears from this one. So suddenly you are in a vacant lighthouse which reaches up very high. You can see a few rings around the edges of the lighthouse, platforms that people could stand on at different heights going all the way to the top, and at the top you see what appears to be the workings of what you would expect to be in a pharos, a beacon, a lighthouse, some kind of lamp with apparatus that may be there to allow it to turn in the style of a real lighthouse. You couldn't see that before because there was a creature inhabiting the top. What you don't see is the magical apparatus of the black tower that brought you here.
Yes, this is definitely not the means to get home. I think we will have to rely on Borin's method of return, and I will start to slowly descend back to rejoin the group.
So let's leave the means of your travel back to the material realm to next week. Let us now have a look at some awards, which
the Pontos Awards.
The Pontos show, yes, indeed. So I am just going to make Kev invisible, make the awards appear, pause them so they don't start flickering through on their own, and move to the awards channel on today is the 21st of September.
It is indeed.
So,
First day of fall, or yesterday.
Ah, okay.
It was more fun on Tuesday because it was International Speak Like a Pirate Day.
Arrgh! What's a pirate's favourite letter of the alphabet?
B.
I'm afraid you're incorrect there. It's obviously S. It's not, but yes. Avast! Come here, ye pirate wench! Sit in my lap and I'll show you why this Roger is always so jolly. Arr, to be sure. Sorry, I suddenly went Irish. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, I like pirates, and I miss International Speak Like a Pirate Day every single year. What a shame. First kill. Who does the first kill belong to?
That
think-
was
Boring.
Borin.
That's her little friend Borin, isn't it? That wee little leprechaun with his French axe. Right. If we were looking for a killer of the week, who would be the one that done the mischief?
Which one of Pontos, or Pontos?
I mean, Borin did kill an Avatar of Death in one round.
Yeah, that I suppose that is true. That is true.
Yeah, but he was fighting a weak version.
A slightly different version. I should probably not have confessed to that, because you'll not know what happened behind. I didn't cheat you, Karirook. I promise you that.
Oh, was it just like a mirror image or something? Because that's
It was a cheap knockoff. That's what it was.
Oh, the new one was much more exciting. But the thing is, you couldn't see that. You don't know the numbers in the background, so you don't know quite how exciting it was. Which is for me to know, and for you not to know. But
No, I think the killing Avatar in one round like that, for the killer week, that's probably justified.
well, there we go. It's not just the Pontos show; it's also the Borin show. I'm going to stop this. I can't help it. I'm very sorry. Occasionally, these accents just get into my head, and I can't stop doing it. I'm going to try and speak normally for the rest of the awards. How about the Yoink Award? Any yoinking done today?
No, it was all one-on-ones, wasn't it?
I think by the very definition of every single fight that was happening today, there could not have been a yoink, could there?
No.
Kill from the grave. I don't think anything was killed by an effect that was residual, so I think we'll leave that one. Damage dealer. There were some hearty smacks today.
I think just the sheer amount of damage that was dealt out, there's got to be Pontos.
yeah.
That could well be true. I'm going to change the music because this is doing my head in. Hopefully this will be a bit... Oh, that's a bit more restful. I feel like I should talk like a character from Dark Souls. like a British actor who isn't actually very good. Speaking badly translated Japanese things about bells or something. Damage dealer. So we reckon that that's probably going to be our pal Pontos.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's been laying some hearty smackery indeed.
Yeah, he went full blender.
That was so good though. You know, I think more than once there were 2 kills in one round, and those things, you know, those things nearly TPK'd you before. Smaller groups than that. So
It was very impressive.
Best supporting role.
I healed Chew Bacon.
Hey, brought him back from the grave.
Just getting in under the wire.
I got half the party out of the fight.
Oh, that's true. Let's give it to Char.
Well, okay.
And you know, it left quite an impression because I totally forgot.
Thank you.
Oh. Fumble of the week. I don't think any player character actually had a fumble that stuck.
No, yeah. Borin got one, but he killed the Avatar before it came into it. And I think likewise with Pontos.
Yeah.
we will skip the fumble of the week then. Role player of the week. Not very many opportunities to roll. Oh no! What lies? Shut your filthy mouth, DM. There were many opportunities to roleplay this week. We had direct NPC PC interactions going on this week. Many. So.
Yeah, there's Karirook with his cat. There was us getting lost navigating. There's Pontos fulfilling his deal with his cards. Me at the end there with the Moonlight Spirit. But I think for the flavour of this week, I'm going to put my vote in for Pontos just fulfilling that task.
Yeah, because he could have cheesed it and tried to find an easier encounter, but he went balls to the wall. And the only way to do that is to stick your dick in an electrical socket. So.
Only American sockets can you do that. Allegedly.
Well, sounds like Pontus is getting that one. Does anyone else? Yeah. No one disagrees, so we will stick with it. Okay. Whose side are you on? I don't think we had any friendly fire incidents today.
No.
So, how about the Pincushion Award? Who got the most decked today?
Shoe bacon. You get for 103 hits or something.
Well, he started on full hit points and he went down, so that's over 100, isn't it?
Yeah, those auto crits on the poor pig.
I mean, Karirook got beaten up a bit as well, but not as much. So,
Can the pig win an award?
I will put it down as Chewbacon / Pontos because they are kind of. We tend to give these awards to characters rather than players, don't we?
Pontos took a fair old hit this game as well, anyway.
That's true. So we'll make it Chewbacon / Pontos. There we go. There's our awards. We finished slightly before time, but we did actually get going slightly earlier than we normally do. So, very good. Thank you very much for joining me for this exciting session of the Chronicles of Captain Pontos.
Yeah, there were some fun things tonight. That was actually quite cool.
Yeah.
And next week, hopefully, we get back and we can actually start looking for Pontus's fucking leg again.
Oh yeah, I level up too.
Oh yeah, the story.
There's more than one story going on though. That's the thing.
I know.
But anyway, I had a great time. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself too. I hope any viewers, if we have any, enjoyed it as well. Please like, share, subscribe, do those things. Nate joked about if he made a dirty joke, we might get demonetized. We're nowhere near being monetized, so that's not a problem. So if
anyone else other than Wayne wants to comment, by all means do. Please do.
Any interaction would be absolutely lovely. I mean, we do this for the love of it, really. If YouTube disappeared tomorrow, we'd still play, wouldn't we? We played for a long time before that. So,
exactly.
But it would be lovely. It'd be lovely if you enjoyed our game as much as we enjoy the game. So, so please express your opinions, and yeah.
No worries.
Have a good one.
Okay.
So, see you later, folks.
Yep. I'll catch you later on.
Yeah.
See you later.
Next week. Bye.
Bye.